you'll be empowered, engaged intellectually. Just be inspired, embrace some positivity. Chilling for you, approaching it deductively. Money and power and moment with Coach T. Food for your mind, food for your body and soul. Money and power and moment with Coach T.
Welcome to Empowering Moments with Coach T. I am your host, Toria Renee, aka Coach T, and you are listening to Empowering Moments with Coach T on radio.com. If you are at a crossroads in your life and you are wondering what you're going to do next, allow me to give you a different perspective so that you can walk through your journey to a better you. I am a personal growth and mindset change coach. I can help you. So book a discovery call with me today on I Am the Coach T. On Facebook, I am the Coach T. I just want to say I am so excited today, guys, because as you know, we have been doing the two-part split series of the Black love situation. And today, the fellas are going to speak. Ladies, y'all about to get some answers. Yes, yes, yes. I'm grilling them hard. I'm going to make it real good for y'all. We're going to make sure we understand what is going on. As you know, last 2 weeks we had the women. So today it is all about the men. So I have my brother Anthony Fleming. He's actually going to be on audio, pre-recorded audio, because he could not be here with us today because he is working. So thank you, little brother, for helping your big little sister out. That's what they call me. So I appreciate him. And then we have an awesome guest in the studio with us today, Leon Hester. He is actually my family. This is my brother from another mother. We have been forever. Like, we've been friends, family forever. We lived on the same block. So we got all types of history. So I am excited to see what he is going to say to y'all today. Ladies and gentlemen, Leon Hester. Tell him hi.
Good afternoon, everyone.
All right. So first we're gonna start with let's get to know our guest a little bit. I told you about my brother Anthony, but I'm gonna let Leon speak for himself. So where you from?
Well, I'm from the north side of Chicago. My name is Leon Hester. This segment, Victoria, this has been going around for many, many years. So just to have an open conversation about it, just to see everybody insight, my personal experiences, or my opinion. I'm looking forward to see if I can answer some of the questions on the real deal.
Awesome. That's what we want. We want real deal, authentic answers. We want people to be telling the truth around, up and through here. Ladies, you will have a chance to ask your questions. And so I'm going to open it up in a little bit. But I'm going to jump right on in because we want to get to all the information. So I'm going to be playing audio in and out from my brother as we go through these questions. Y'all bear with me and my technically challenged behind. So we're going to see if we know what we're doing today. Okay? So we'll work that out. So the first question that I asked was, what is with this whole casual relationship thing? And why is it that these brothers, what is it? What's the whole purpose of this casual relationship? And why is it that we don't understand what it is when it is, or do we pretend that we don't know? So I'm going to let you answer first, and then I'm going to play his a little bit after you.
Regarding that question, why is it so casual? It's casual because a lot of things have changed since I've been growing up. When I say change in terms of morals, communication, a lot of people think because you communicate, the biggest part of that, a lot of people don't understand it. With that being said, some people want you to understand the form to make it life a little bit easier for them. So if they continue to do the negative things, they not hold accountable for it. And this go for men and women. This is just common sense.
Okay. Well, let's see what Anthony had to say, y'all. Check it out.
First of all, it takes two to tango. So it
Mhm.
can't be, it can't just be put as why do men like casual relationships? I don't feel like it could just be that because it takes. I mean, even women, like I've seen women ask for this, but if you want to stay on topic, when it comes to men, you know, I feel like when people say that they want to be casual, I think a lot of people don't know how to act in that situation. Like if you say that you're casual, that's what it is. You're casual. But people like to spend too much time together. People like to do too many things together that people in the relationship should do. I feel like if the man or the woman feels like if she feels like the relationship is going to be casual and she agreed upon that, but she doesn't 100%, she doesn't 100% like it, but she might try it. I feel like she should understand what her boundaries are. I feel like she should set herself a timer. How much time I spend with you, understand if we're casual, that's what we are, casual. So if I want to date somebody else, if I want to go somewhere else with somebody, if I want to go out with somebody else, that's casual as well. Because until we're actually connected, casual is not in casual is just what it is, casual dating. So we're not just casually dating each other. I'm casually dating you and whomever else I want to. That's how I feel about it.
All right. So what do you think about that?
Um, little bro is actually right. Actually, when you say casually dating, to me, it becomes a game at this point.
Explain the game. I want to
The
hear this.
game is in the beginning, you can say casual. Some get emotional, involved, like, man, let's say, you know, I'm the man hypothetically, but I'm casually dating. Casual dating means if you have, like Anthony said, if I have 4 different women I'm dating, I think one out of the 4 are gonna try their best to say, man, I'm
They
about
want
to.
to be number one.
They want to be number one at
But
that
here's the
point.
thing. Here's the question.
Mm.
Do you tell do you make it a habit of telling women I am dating more than just you? Because a lot of times I feel like you all don't tell the truth about whether or not you're seeing other people. If you said it to me, whereas we're just casually dating, and so I'm dating you, and I might be dating somebody else, and you're free to be dating whoever you want to be dating too, that is a little bit different. But what you all tend to do is make it seem like we're just dating just the two of us. And don't let me open up my mouth and say, I want to be casually dating somebody else. You got a problem because now you become territorial and you take ownership over something that really don't even belong to you. That is where we start having a conflict at.
Okay, so again, we talking about different eras, honestly, because right now women doing the same thing as saying casual dating. Now, some women, like, again, I'm saying some, not all. Some doing the same thing men doing right now. They not honest about it.
That's because y'all can't handle it.
Don't say that. That's not true.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not true. That's not true.
Ladies, call in and back me
Call
up.
in about this one.
Seven
When
zero eight 223 8953. 708-223-8953. Call in and back me up. Call in. Tell me how it go when you tell a man that you are dating more than just him, and see don't he act a fool. Y'all just tell me if it's just me.
truth be told, it could be an act in terms of when you say some men can't handle it. Some men today can handle it.
No, it's just part of a game.
It's all a game. Like, come on, we all human. We all adult. Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that better?
That's cool. Okay. It's all a game. So when someone says that if a woman, one, I'm already in a relationship, but I'm only speaking on, you know, in my past. If a woman tell me she's dating or casual, or you ask them like, man, so you seen anybody else? No. Who is you as the woman to dictate if I can handle something? Right or wrong?
Is that a call? Oh, is that a call? Hold on. Let me see if I know how to answer. Hello. So let me just tell you that, okay? I'm just trying to tell you that if so what do you mean? Women are what? You're on the air, caller.
Hello, Toria Jones, Leon Hester, my childhood friend, Raswan Thompson.
S1 Thompson, what's up, dude? Hey, where you calling
Yeah,
from? Where you calling from?
calling out of Seattle, my new hometown. Out of Chicago, but transitioned to Seattle about 4.5 years ago.
All right, cool. What's up? What you want to tell us?
I just want to touch on the topic of casual dating. To be honest, at my age of 47 years old, being an older man in this game now, I really don't think there's ever been a such thing as casual dating. I think as a younger person, it's something that you fall into because you don't understand your values and your morals at such a young age, and you think casual is fun because it should give you a choice, to be outside doing as you please with multiple partners. You know what I mean? But as you get older, you got to understand casual dating is not really such a thing. There's too many feelings and too many emotions get involved with individuals when it comes to when dating. Especially when sex comes into play.
Yes.
So you can never really say casual anything because sex should never be casual. It could be great, it could be fun, you know what I'm saying? It could be lasting, it could be fulfilling, it could be dangerous. So when you come to casual dating, the danger side comes in because you're messing with multiple partners. So you have to, be open-minded as to what you're doing in life and the dangers you're putting yourself into. Physically, mentally, as well as emotionally. All those feelings are a component of what one person is, And so when you're casually dating, you're destroying your mental. You're destroying your values because you're putting your eggs in one basket. There's always going to be one individual, whether it's male or female. Someone's going to put all the eggs in that one basket and get carried away with their casual relationship and thinking that it's a dating thing. And the other person's going to be thinking differently. And so when all these feelings and emotions come out, someone in the end is going to be hurt when it comes to casual dating, so-called. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Me, I don't believe in casual dating. You got to grow up. You got to put your bootstraps on, become a man of this world, become a woman of this world, and do what's right for yourself and your future to have something long-lasting, to be happy. You can't be happy casual dating. No one can be doing saying that I'm seeing somebody else. I'm seeing this person. I'm seeing that person. That gotta hurt. You know what I mean? At 47 years old, if I'm dealing with somebody and they come out with casual dating, I'm not gonna even entertain that. I'm not even entertain that.
That's grown man stuff. That's grown man stuff, Aswan. That is grown man stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Right on, Sneak Neek.
You know what I mean?
All right. Thank you so much for calling, Aswan.
Absolutely.
All right.
You guys
Keep
enjoy it.
listening. Keep listening. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was the truth. Okay.
So again, it piggybacks off the point. Again, we're in a new time. Things are different. People are different. Women are different, sort of say. When I say different, meaning like I say the last 15, 20 years, women has prospered in life.
Mm-hmm.
So now, feelings, emotions have changed on how they look at men at the end of the day. When I say look at men, meaning in terms of financial, communicating with them.
Right.
In this time today, when, like he said, casual, that's when you was younger. But now today it's still casual dating. But we're going back to the point to say women say men cannot handle the truth. First of all, men can handle the truth, especially if they're doing the same thing that you're doing. So why wouldn't we be able to handle it? You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's a catch-22 at the end of the day. Like Aswan just said.
he was about to call him by his nickname.
Yeah. I forgot his government name to just now. But
Right.
Just like he said, it's we tend to play this game, and the game is unfair at the end of the day because
This is
emotional.
True. The game is definitely unfair. I want to get to the second piece of this question because one of the things I asked again was why are we not honest? And this is what Anthony had to say.
And I understand that. I understand that perspective because coming from a man's perspective, if I see why a man would do something like that, not fully tell you his intentions, is because
Absolutely.
a man hates to lose. So therefore he feels like some men don't know in the beginning. Sometimes if you're just 100 from jump, that a lot of women respect that. It don't matter how awkward or how weird your 100 is. She respect the fact that you were 100 in the first place. Could have told everything.
Okay, so we're gonna jump right to the next question. So my next question was, what is commitment like to you? What does that really, really look like?
Commitment to me, in terms of in a relationship, meaning that you're loyal, respectful, you're not being disrespectful. Um, you're both, at the end of the day, can agree to disagree, but doesn't mean that I'm not committed to the relationship, if that makes sense.
Okay,
You
okay,
know
I
what I
can see
mean?
that.
Because today, um, it's it's a word game today. When it come down to commitment, a lot of people, we asking men to be men. In my opinion, if you have not had a male figure in your life to help you grow as a man, you're gonna have flaws.
Right, and you're figuring that out. And it's funny that you said that it's a word game because this is what Anthony had to say, and it blew me because it's right in line with what you're saying. So let's take a listen to him.
Yeah, commitment. We, I think we use two different words. I think y'all use committed. Y'all use being committed. We use being loyal. You know, being committed and loyal is the same thing, but just two different words, which make them feel like two different things, but they are the same thing.
Okay.
When you are committed to somebody, you are for them. You know, just like if you want to, like if there are any men listening, and you talk about commitment and you talk about sports, we're gonna bring up Kobe.
Okay, so he's going through this whole Kobe thing. I don't think I want to hear all that. But my other thing about this is what I feel like we as women, we try to manufacture this declaration of him coming to this declaration that we're the ones. And I just don't think that you can do that. I don't think we can manufacture it. I think that we try to, but at the end of the day, you guys decide who is the one, right?
It's like a mutual agreement at some point. To be honest, like let's rewind back, because when you said commitment and loyalty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that means being truthful. In this era today, the lie go further than the truth. You could tell a person a lie, they believe that lie 100%. But when you tell someone the truth, they try to find holes within the truth to change, like, oh, you actually lie. So when you say men is not being truthful, men are being truthful. Some of them. I know I am, honestly. But at the end of the day, depending on what that woman has been through, that's a shield. That's a shield, because if she been lied to so many times, and ain't gonna think, some people know they being lied to. Some people willing to accept that lie. In my opinion,
I agree. I definitely agree that sometimes we as women, we accept the lie. And we accept the lie because whatever else we're getting out of this situation, it feels good to us in that moment. And it's like, so I'm not gonna really, I know you lying, but I'm not gonna really, really, really address this lie because everything else is cool other than this one little lie you telling. So I'm gonna let you go on and have that. Sometimes I think I used to always say, don't ever think you're really, really pulling the wool over my eyes. You're not really fooling me. I'm just not bringing it up. I'm just not addressing it.
mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's not worth it to us to address it because we have a other agenda. Meaning you're bringing something else to the table that's making us override it.
Mm-hmm. I understand. Again, we could agree to disagree. You know what I mean? And people today don't have it. If you disagree with anyone today in a relationships, committed relationship, loyalty, it means that you're disloyal or you're not committed to it.
You know what? I do agree that sometimes as adults, we don't know how to disagree to agree to disagree. My grandmother used to always tell me, you can disagree without being disagreeable. And for the longest of time, I was like, what do you mean when you say you can? How is that even possible? But I know exactly what she means because I've gotten to that point where I kind of feel like that too. So one of the other things I wanted to get to was standards. We as women have like 20 million different standards going on. Sometimes we get the it's too high, it's unrealistic, y'all out y'all minds. You ain't even the standard. I mean, what is really going on? Like you guys be feeling like we are coming through here with a whole bunch of extraness. So let me tell you what Anthony had to say, which I loved his answer, y'all.
Let's hear it.
Standards. Women having standards. How dare you? How dare you want something that you want? How dare you? What? No, but honestly, I feel like you should have standards. But okay, here's how I feel about standards. Of course you should have standards. Everybody has standards. I have standards, So I feel like the next person.
The street got standards, just so we make that clear. But go ahead.
I've basically spit my mouthpiece, pre-marriage. I've spit my mouthpiece before, and I just wasn't their standard, when it came to a guy. And you have to think about that. But here's my thing: if you're gonna have standards, make sure you are these standards. Right. Make sure that you are on the level of the standard that you're looking for. Please don't let your standards be higher than what you can
your value for real, your true value, right?
You either need somebody, you either need.
So I'm gonna stop him right there. So what do you think about that when it comes to this
standards? So again, this is a word game. We calling standards. What's the word I'm looking for? Expectations.
Yes.
Expectations.
Yes, they are the same.
Okay. So again, standards and expectations. When someone tell me about my expectations are, I think about, why should I have to lose myself to meet your expectations when you're not even meeting your own expectations as the person? See, you can't downplay my behavior to uplift your behavior at the end of the day, if that makes sense. So if you're telling me my expectations for you to make, $80,000 a year, but you're making $25K, those expectations don't even add up. How can you have those type of expectations of someone else?
Which goes back to him saying you need to be the standard that you're asking for.
Exactly. But again, because we play a word game today of expectations. Today, people would tell you your flaws, which you're trying to meet their expectations. But again, either expectations are going to help you grow, or are they pretty much belittling you at the end of the day? It's like an insult to that individual intelligence at that point.
And this is actually a really, really good subject that you bring up when it comes to flaws and them either putting you down or lifting you up, because I think that a lot of times when we set the expectation and then he or she doesn't meet that expectation, we kind of throw out these negative connotations at them, like, okay, so you not this and you not that and you not this and now you trash and da 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 da. Okay, in some of these cases that's actually true, but a lot of times we are just not wanting to accept that this is who they are, this is what they bring to the table, and whatever work that they need to do to improve themselves can't be because you want them to. It has to be because they want to do it.
Let me ask you a question, and the viewers a question. This real stuff right here.
Yes, this is a no cussing zone, y'all. This is a no cussing zone.
A lot of people have expectations, sort of say, like, for example, if a woman is making, $40,000 a year, right? And she meet a guy who making $25,000 a year. Does that make him less of a man?
It does not make him less of a man. For me, I mean, I can because I can't
You're
talk for
right, right.
everybody
Can't
else. I'm
speak
talking
for
for me.
everybody else because they're
But
killers
for
if you talk about
me,
everybody else.
if I'm making this 40,000 and he's making 25, I'm probably not going to be interested. And that doesn't mean he's not a good man for someone,
Mhm.
just not for me, because I am not going to be. I'm not interested in trying to carry him and build him. That's not who I want to be. I'm too, but then again, I'm too old for that too. You got to, so yeah, you have to think about the fact that I'm a 46-year-old woman and I am independent woman. I've never just needed a man for anything. I always I get my own, do my own, take care of my own. I don't have that issue. So for me to pick up someone that is making half of what I'm making, that's you finna cause problems with me and my financials, and I just don't want to do it.
So when you say that, okay. So with that being said, why is it hard for women to find men within their caliber? Because see, you have a choice at the end of the day. If you're making 40, he making 25, why not tell that man you don't want to be bothered with him at that point instead of going to dinner, going out to drink? You know what I'm saying? See where the hold on. You can see where the roles can just change here a little bit.
I could see it.
You don't gotta agree with
No, 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 because I got you.
But at the end of the day, why not go? Why not, you know, go on any website or search for that individual, or if God bring whoever God y'all believe in, bring that man to you, and he makes that dollar amount that part of your expectations, that's fine. But a lot of women tend to not. I ain't gonna say the word.
So we
settle.
lead them on.
It's
Is what
pretty
you
much you
basically
lead them
saying. We
on.
lead them on. Okay,
You-
let me
Go
address
ahead.
it, because here's my thing. For me, I may not know that you only make 25K when I first meet you, because this is what I know for a fact. Men have a way of sending the representative. So I may not know right off that you at 25, because you might be showing me that you at 60. I'm just saying,
Right,
because y'all
right,
got a
right,
way of showing
right.
real
Vice
good.
versa,
Y'all
yeah.
had a nice little car. You got, that's probably your friend's car, your mama's car, whatever you be doing. Then, you be having these nice little clothes. You be G'd up, and so we don't. And then you take us on these extravagant dates that we can't really. You know what I mean?
What
So
is
I can't.
extravagant?
Well, it just depends, because men do different things. I've had a couple of different things
Okay.
happen. So I've had the regular dates where it's just Olive Garden, and I've also had the dates where it's like super expensive, $100 a plate, and it's plush, and and it's the whole nine. But so I've had a couple of different ranges of dates.
Mm.
But you guys have a way of presenting well, in a way that we may not always know that you're at the 25. But once we get to understand, because what happens is y'all can't keep up the first presentation. So eventually it dwindles, and now it becomes Netflix and chill. And then it becomes, well, oh, can't you pay sometimes? And then, you know what I mean? It
No,
phases into that. And then that's when you kind of start figuring out that he ain't got, finally he want to tell the truth and say, well, I don't really make, because demands start getting high, because we feel like this, you in this caliber, so this shouldn't be nothing to ask, right? And then y'all be like, well, wait a minute now, hold up, because wait a minute, now you want to fess up and tell the truth, because you can't keep
But
it
hold
going.
on. But what? Let's pause now. Let's pause because at the end of the day, you asking a man to coach you basically. At the end of the day, right? You know what coding? That's what they used to do back
Court.
in court. I
Court.
said it wrong. Court.
The old people say coach you, but it's court.
Okay, so with that being said, I feel like women. Oh God, this gonna hit home. Not hit home, but make some people feel different. Some women out here, if a man take them out maybe twice, you understand what I'm saying? Some women today would be like, man, I got you. I'm finna take you to dinner XYZ. Like, I guess the question is, when do we have that conversation? Because at the end of the day, are we casual dating, or are we, you know what I'm saying, just out here just eating finger food and, just blowing smoke, and at the end of the day, bone just on, send them on home where they belong? How do we decide at that point? You understand what I'm saying?
I love it.
We have to, because what you're saying is you're going through all these steps. right?
Okay, well then we need to figure out what the dating plan is, and I think you need to be a little bit men need to be a little bit more verbal about how they want that thing to go, because if what you are wanting is to set this scene where you pay, I pay, it's vice versa, swap, and all that crap you want to be doing because you ain't sure that you want to be, because you ain't sure if you want to be committed because you still dating casually, then you should probably say that so somebody know what they want to deal with. Because if that's the case, then I need to casually, me personally, I feel like I need to be casually dating a whole bunch of folks, so I don't really have to be paying for all these doggone dates. I'm gonna date a couple of people then.
Right, exactly. So are we saying at the beginning, is this casual?
Yes, you should say it at the beginning.
Hold on, but today we already know pretty much it's casual. Yo, first, because you're going on one date, does that mean that you finna? Hypothetically, Tori, we finna go out to dinner. Let's have a dinner. Let's go out to dinner somewhere. Okay, you say yes. Are we dating at that point? No.
No, I'm going to assume that. Here's the thing. I'm going to assume
what happens
that
when we
is-
assume?
But I'm just let me finish. I'm going to assume that we are casual until you tell me that we're not, or until you ask me, or we have a conversation about being exclusive. Because in my mind, because I already know that this is a game, so I'm going to assume that we're casual unless you tell me something different. Because I've just decided that until you want to lay a claim, I ain't finna lay a claim to you
Understood.
at all.
Understood.
Period. So I'm finna be doing my own thing. Now, I may not tell you that I'm dating other people just necessarily because, again, I don't feel like y'all do well with it. Because here's the thing. I tell you that I'm casually dating you, and then now you decide that, okay, so now all of the dates become Netflix and chill.
Well, casual
And
dating.
I can't.
Casual dating,
That's not my.
let's
That's not my
take out-
purpose
Let's
in
take
dating.
out Netflix and chill. When you say casual,
Y'all need to take it out your vocabulary. Don't tell me to take it out.
well, entanglement, however you want to call it. Then listen, when you say we not as a woman, when you saying that, okay, well, I'm not going to tell you that I'm casually dating, right? At the beginning, again, you all even nobody even had the conversation about casual dating. You're assuming, right? So if somebody take you out three
Yes.
times, do you consider yourself casually dating, or I'm just looking for a person to go have dinner with?
I'm casually dating until you let me know that you want something different.
But are you going to
Period.
tell that man that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do tell him.
Okay,
I'm like,
that's
I'm
you.
not trying to be.
saying all.
I let you know up front is that I'm not pressuring you for a relationship.
Understood.
So if that's what you want, you need to let me know.
Understood.
And until you do, I'm doing my thing. And don't question me about who I'm dating, who I'm seeing, and none of that stuff. Those are not conversations we're about to start having.
Understood. But at the end of the day, when you leave, you say, I am going to be casual. So when hypothetically, we just had dinner, right? I walk out the door. You're telling me that's pretty much it. Like, man, that's casual.
Okay. Well, I mean,
because we're assuming, like you said, you're assuming.
So okay, so let's move quickly because I want to get to some of this other stuff. Let's get to let's talk about this whole disrespect piece, because what I want to do is I want to understand why the disrespect happens, and if anybody is on live and you guys are actually asking questions on live, you're probably gonna need to call in because I can't see you guys asking questions. So call in 708-223-8953. Before we get too far spent, I want to do this. I want to get to this disrespectful piece because this disrespect is a big thing. I feel like we women have endured a lot of disrespect, and I want to understand why it's happening.
When you say disrespect, one, men have to understand that women been through a lot. Our mothers, grandmothers, great grandmothers, so on. And with that being said, in back, let me just tell you like this. When all these reality shows kicked off, Bad Girl Clubs, the Atlanta Housewives, all this extra stuff, if you listen to how the women talk to each other, even today we have women raising their daughters to talk sass. It's a different with it's a difference when they can talk being confident, but sometimes when we talk aggressive, it pulls it does something to the next person. Even with men can talk to certain women in a certain way to where it feel like it's being disrespectful. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
We not talking to each other, we talking at each other to the point where certain things, it's just not, it's like oil and water is not, it don't mix. It just don't mix today.
I agree. I agree. I agree that we're not sure always how to communicate with one another. Let me show you. Let me tell you. Play for what you guys. What Anthony said about this.
But you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother story about why black women are doing it bigger than black men right now. But if y'all are, do it and keep it up. And don't just keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Grow it. I love to see it. But when it comes to disrespect, a lot of times, like, what is the most things that we show? What is the most things that we see? You know, depending on what type of friends you follow on social media. Do you have a bunch of business friends that sit there and they're doing a bunch of business stuff all the time and they're starting a new business, or they just got a new partner here and there? Or is your timeline full of black women always twerking, always showing their booty? Every picture they got, it's a booty shot. Like, you gotta see my booty. I gotta twerk my booty. I gotta be sexual. I gotta be doing something stupid and sexual. That's all you see. What are you getting to respect? So therefore, you have to have a respectful crowd to learn how to be a respectful person.
So basically, what he is saying, he is challenging women that if you want to be respected by men and you don't want to start this vein of being disrespected, that you need to first carry yourself in a respectful way, and then so that he knows that he has to respect you. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, but also, and I'm gonna piggyback off him. Let's say, in this era, the clothing that some women wear is revealing, right? You're gonna have men approach you. Even some men, genuinely, man, can actually say, "Hey, you look very nice." That woman would look at you and blah, just snap off. Like, man, I just gave you a compliment. Like, it's funny. For example, I told this woman one time, a couple of years ago, I was like, "Man, you look nice." I said, "How you doing, young lady?" "Well, I'm not young." Like, well, dang, I just gave you a compliment. Yeah, you do look like you 50, but I still gave you a compliment, and she did not even want to accept that compliment, if that makes sense. So if you're gonna wear revealing stuff, you're gonna have men slapping their tongue on their face like, "Oh man, look at her, she bad, da 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 da." So, and truth be told, hell, we ain't gotta say nothing to them as men. But to give someone a compliment doesn't mean, they want to holler at you. They just compliment you just because. If a beautiful woman walk past, you could take, Tina Turner, you see her like, man, she's nice. You give a compliment. That's okay. A lot of people don't want to accept the compliment today.
This is true, and I agree with you 100%. I want to get to I'm gonna get to it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
This whole marriage thing. Do you think women are chasing it?
In today's time, I don't think a lot of women are chasing marriage. They want to get married. I think at some point the way America have us set is to, you get married, have kids, buy a house. Right now, and I'm just speaking on some of the women who have maybe had kids in their teenage years, at the age of 15, you start going back out at the age of 30 because you got your life back,
right?
Because you've been a single mother. And once they end up meeting someone, they start casual dating, after Tom, Dick, and Harry, then that's where the point where they can say, "Oh, man, I guess it's really time for me. I guess I can settle down with Harry now."
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So at some point, even with men, like me personally, I never wanted to get married until I finished doing whatever it is I wanted to do out there with dating, if that makes sense.
Okay.
A lot of people get married because of parents forcing you, man, you need to settle down and get married.
Right.
You seeing others, you see others being, married, but y'all don't know what goes on in the household.
Absolutely. You have no idea what all goes into that.
It's like the old saying, on Facebook you lovey-dovey, but then you get home, closed doors, you throwing the skibbity packs at each other.
Exactly.
So,
skibbity packs. I love it when I want y'all to know I love when Leon talks the skibbity packs. Who comes up with that but him? Let me get some closing remarks from you. What would you say to your younger self about partnering with a Black queen?
What would I say to myself?
Yeah, your younger self. What would you say?
Growing up with a total of 6 sisters, you have to be patient. You have to understand. When I say understand, like learn the person, understand the person. If they have flaws, you have to accept them. None of us are perfect, and that's another thing that goes on within relationships. That one person want to be 100% right. And then again, you can't downplay my behavior,
but
to uplift yours.
Okay, so all right, let's get closing remarks from Anthony.
Don't ever trick yourself to think purpose. I know. I said I know that people like to trick themselves into feeling like they're dating without a purpose. That's just like if you've been through so much heartache and then you end up.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted from him. So basically, he was telling us, he said, don't take it that serious. Let some things go. We got to wrap the show up. We are at the end of the show. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe it. Thank you, Aswan, for calling in. Everybody that's on the live, thank you guys so much. I'm going to address you guys, and Lee's going to address you guys in a little bit. We'll do a quick little after show on the on Facebook Live. So hang on, everybody, stay tuned on live. We're going to keep it on. Really, really quick. Make sure you tune in next week. Facebook Live listeners, make sure you tune in next week to Empowering Moments with Coach T. We're still continuing the Black Man's Hesitance to Marriage, and we will have Kelvin Martin and some friends. Make sure you connect with me. Facebook, I am the Coach T. This has been Empowering Moments with Coach T. I am the Coach T. Just be you.